Good morning and welcome to Open Conversation. Open Conversation is the network's flagship political program through which trending political news, events and stories are discussed with stakeholders. Through these conversations, ATN uses political talks about specific issues, party system and actor to explore, hope and engender positive impact to society. Today we'll be looking at these stories. Rivers State, Assembly confirms 5, rejects 4 of Fubara's nominees. Still in Rivers State, group faults government silence over attack on Amechi. In Ondo State, Ayedetiwa loses appeal on re-election eligibility. Zamfara State, Lawal defects from PDP to APC. PDP crisis, appeal court upholds ruling annulling Ibadan convention. Still on PDP crisis, party unshaken despite losing governors, and this is coming from Makinde. We are open for sponsorship of the program, advert placements, news, events coverage, and commercials. You can also watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv, on Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Avo TV platform, Niger TV, Ifastec TV platform. Also connect with us on our ATN socials by subscribing, like and share. Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, and on X, Atlantic TV Net. We're going for a short commercial break. When I return, I will introduce my guest for today. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, still on Open Conversation. Joining me today is none other than Mr. Frank Enewaji Ogu-Onunu. Good morning, sir.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. And God bless once again on this program.
All right. Behind the scenes, you were mentioning that we don't put your third name. I hope I pronounced the names properly.
Yeah, you tried, yeah.
I did my best.
Sometimes people shy away from pronouncing our local names. The truth is that we try to pronounce names, foreign names that are very difficult to pronounce in this modern world.
Well, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, so we've tried. Thank you.
Okay, let's get into today's business. Rivers State House of Assembly has rejected 4 commissioner nominees submitted by Governor Siminalayi Fubara after screening them on Monday in Port Harcourt. 5 nominees, Tonya Bilgam, Professor Temple Inwofo, Dr. Peters Inwago, Lukwe Kenneth, and Sir Amiraga Edward Hart, were however confirmed by the lawmakers. Those rejected include Professor Dantonye Alasia, Mrs. Charity Dimwa, Tamono Williams, and Otonyeti K.D. Amikri. The Assembly said Alasia, a former Chief Medical Advisory Committee member of the University of Port Harcourt Training Hospital, was rejected due to what it described as poor performance. Lawmakers also cited multiple petitions from community members against Amakri over his involvement in local matters. Dimora was not confirmed for failing to present her tax clearance documents, while Williams was stepped down for allegedly misleading the public about the activities of the assembly. Mr. Funk.
Well, the assembly did what it did based on what happened, but that is not the end of the road. I want to put it on the politics. If you look at the House, it is also right for those who not done to be done correctly. I believe also this will give room for the governor to also talk with the assembly members, because this is not the first time somebody has, even in the National Assembly, it can be done by the virtue of internal mechanism. Like what they give as excuses or failures on the part of the nominees is subject to corrections. It can be corrected. We have seen people living in the National Assembly where they say, oh, this man's petition has been, so many petitions have been written against him, and in the end, they will be cleared. So for me, like when we're looking at the political undertone, which may be in a way...
You mean to say that other nominees have equally been accused by their community members, and then they still,
yes.
They still went ahead to...
Yes, it's not a new thing in the appointment.
But I mean, maybe that could have happened in the past, but we're talking about recent times. This House of Assembly decides to follow procedures.
And let me also be corrected. In the history of River State, this is the first time.
Okay.
This is happening because of the military political charge atmosphere. But it's a good thing, which in a way will give the room for the governor to have a kind of behind closed door meeting at the place. That doesn't mean that the president talk about tax clearance. Ordinarily, there should be tax clearance. By the time I ventured into the issue of going to politics, I did my tax clearance. So you cannot, as a public office holder, trying to come into a political position, you must also present your tax clearance. The ones of the issue of not being able to recite the second stanza of the national anthem, I believe is also, for me, it's immature in a way. People should not, because sometimes we don't need to cajole people based on our sentiment. I also feel that it can be, even issue of petition. The State Assembly is also, they have the right, if the for instance, a fraudulent, if by virtue of the petitions, if the petitions of petitions against the person or the nominee is worthy, they can also. But again, the one that said he was meddling in local affairs, who will not? For instance, I'm from a village called Ebuguma. Something happened. The House Assembly representing my local government is doing a project in my community, a market project. And something happened. The village people or the chiefs were not comfortable with what happened. I stepped into it as a citizen of that community. I said, look, this is a project, this man can as well take this project to another place and nothing will happen. So can we come together and allow the right thing to be done? Let this project be giving a support. So for me, in participating in local matter, it's not a sin. Because, for instance, if you have good understanding of certain matter, you need to step in to solve it, not to escalate it. That's one of the things. Our politicians in a way, if what they're saying is against good development, then it's time to be cautioned. But that will not also stop him. Or the fear of that if he's appointed, he will not have the effrontery to do anything he likes. Maybe that's the fear of the State Assembly. And if this man that he has not been confirmed as a commissioner, and he has so many bad records, it's my opinion, I'm trying to analyze it. He has so many bad records against people in his community that this man is, while being maybe a politician, he's using his office or position to train people. Now that he's going to occupy our position, what do you think he will do? That's the fear. It's my own opinion now. But of the truth, it can also be advice. This position is a position of trust. By the time you occupy this position, you don't use it as a weapon against your people. You use it as a weapon to correct and to enhance development. So for me, whatever the State Assembly have said, it is not, but is subject to amendment.
When you say amendment, are you referring to the nominees that were rejected?
Yes, I mean, yes, there is not the first time that people have been rejected, even in the Assembly.
So you mean the nominees that were rejected can be amended for them to...
That they can come back.
To be cleared? But,
yes.
But the reasons why they were rejected in the first place, are you trying to say that it's not acceptable?
No, it is not rocket science that we don't have any parties in this country. So the one they told they cannot cannot recite national anthem. It will go and realize. Sorry, me I take telling you life.
But can't they bring in other nominees?
No. For now.
Nominees, fresh nominees.
For now, if I were to.
Okay, so how about in the case of the nominee who was not able to present her tax records?
That's what I'm saying. If you hear them say,
I mean, I'm sure they were given a time frame to prepare.
It's an appointment. Governor can still insist
that these same people should be appointed.
This person I want, and talk to them. You hear say that could be closed door, unknown to you and me. It happens also in the Assembly. It's just, see, whatever we're discussing is a political development. It can be handled. Thank God five were cleared. This also can be cleared. So if I were to be the governor, I will speak to them. It's not our concern.
And then how about the other nominee, the ones whose community were against, they've written so many petitions
You've heard what I said.
Due to his actions
towards
them. So how do we handle that situation?
Like if you listen to what I just said, I said, the Assembly stand the rights, the chance of telling him, look at what, like they have also made the public. Even though they've not been able to tell us the kind of petition. But it should not be political position because it's not political petition. Because one, we are so heavily occupied with parochial political interests. It has happened, some of us can even write a petition against me. Frank, are you sure? Frank is going to support us. Not that I'm only supporting you. But as somebody who is living in society, if I see what is wrong, I say this is wrong. But I need a better result. That we're discussing this morning somewhere. Nigeria should not be suffering from evil price of petroleum because of what? America is bombing Iran. We are 6 oil producing nation. So for me, it could be a petition. It could also be a petition. But there's need to address it with the human face, not using it as a blanket statement. Oh, because of this petition, we are not going to clear you. We have seen even people going to protest. Even there's no petition. We have seen people going. Sorry, I forgot it very well. Even the ministerial nominees, you see, no, don't clear this man. Oh, the State Assembly is not telling us that the anniversary infighting is not yet over. Because we have seen people in the State Assembly came out to protest against certain ministerial nominee. In the end, they were cleared. So for me,
I mean, for them to have been cleared, that means that investigations were done, and then it was the appointment was merited.
No, sorry.
But don't you believe in? Okay, I do understand where you're coming from. If those that were rejected, the reasons for their rejection is something that can be amended in your case,
yes,
they should be recalled. But in a situation whereby some of these allegations are hefty, I mean, every citizen in Nigeria should pay their taxes. So if you're a political or an office holder, you are supposed to know all of these things. And then ahead of their nomination and then them coming for screening, they were supposed to do their due diligence. You obviously know that some of the documents or the requested documents will include your tax clearance. So are you not supposed to have put all of these things in order or in place before you go in for your screening? So at this point, who should be blamed? And should the person be entrusted with the governance of River State?
If you hear what I just said, I said I am in support of what they did. Therefore, there is need for the right to be done. Go back and put your record in order.
Okay.
Likewise, I am not against, but I also thought, as because of what you are saying, let there be no political undertone. Because what we are doing in the of the world, when you hate Frank, even if Frank is the best candidate, you don't want to like the voice of Frank. So that's the truth. For me, I say what they did, I need to bring up these certain matters. It's a good one, but that does not stop them from looking critically and coming back and come and address your thing.
Okay.
Because when it's like a parallel line, oh, because you said this, I can change my way. For instance, I am here this morning. So now how I found my way here. But the truth is that I've been able to honor the invitation. So for me as a Nigerian or as a Rivers man, let the right thing be done. Let there be no this politics of you cannot be with me again. We need to amend our ways and do the right thing. Like I said before, the nominee of Bishop StarTimes should go and do the right thing.
Okay. And
bring the one who recite the national anthem. It's possible. Come. We have seen people go to the National Assembly and bow. We have seen people also come to the National Assembly and bow. I'm not speaking for anybody. But let not be bitterness.
Okay.
Because of this or that, they will not. The right thing should be done.
All right.
Let the man who did not have a good tax clearance go and do it, because you cannot also be a tax evader and you want to come and enjoy public fund.
Okay. No problem. Noted. Moving on, political pressure group Rivers Liberation Movement has criticized the Rivers State government for remaining silent over the attack on former Minister of Transportation Chibuike Rotimi Amechi and the burning of the African Democratic Congress Ward 8 Secretariat in Ubuma, Ikore local government area. Government suspected to be political thugs had opened fire on Amechi's convoy along the Omanwa Obima Road while he was heading to his community to formally register as a member of the ADC. Hours before the incident, suspected arsonists reportedly set the party's ward secretariat in the community ablaze. In a statement, RLM convener Dr. Lelunu Nwubasa described the attacks as an assault on democracy and criticized both Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the Acting Inspector General of Police Olatunji Disu for not publicly addressing the incidents. He called for a thorough investigation and urged authorities to bring those responsible to justice to prevent further political violence in the state. Mr. Frank, should the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara, should he say anything or should he have made a statement concerning the recent attack on also a former governor of the state, Rotimi Amechi? And then also another issue that was raised was the silence of the new Inspector General of Police concerning this incident as well.
See, it's not because it's Amechi. The truth is that every human being is important, but in Nigeria we are not important. Sorry. It's not because I don't belong to any political party. But does it mean the government will hear that Frank is killed and keep quiet and want to unravel the mystery behind the killing? You know why killings are going on in this country? Because the perpetrators, the sponsors, are allowed to go scot-free. So the point of this country is not about the common man. It's about those who should correct what is wrong. Those who use settlement to rule this country. And that's why somebody who I am in power. I can do anything. Nobody will hold me accountable. Which is afforded in leadership in Nigeria. It's not because of Amechi. Today you can see how we are being killed. As I discussed this morning, some Nigerians are in the hand of kidnappers. Ransom are being like I heard of a couple was kidnapped about 2 weeks ago. 10 million paid, and he was not released. So ordinarily, do we wait for somebody to be killed before we swing into action? It's a crime committed. My worry is that when people burn down houses, they are not arrested. We have seen it done even in Russia and other part of the world, country. I don't know how many people were killed. Like this one, that would be we to come into political argument, counter and pro. It's unnecessary. Those who came out to burn the facilities, were they right in the eyes of the law? Or what is the so-called intelligent gathering of Nigerian police? It's not because, see, I want to know, even here, some years ago, was also attacked. Nobody was arrested. No investigation. The police kept mute. Because one, we are brought in politics. Sorry. When Trump was about to campaign, but then was not even, somebody shot at him. Are you aware? Yes, somebody shot at him. The person that shot at him was arrested by Joe Biden's government or administration. But here in Nigeria, the position is meant to suffer. As I was there, when he was there, he was able to do what he was able to do now, like you can do. Because no, see, when we're discussing state of security, it's a very serious threat to our corporate existence. And politicians who are at the hands of affairs, using also security agencies against the people, should be careful. That's why we need something that goes turn by turn. If you are there, you do anything you like. If I come in, I will also do against you. We shouldn't be. I have told people that in this matter, we are not civilized. Even we must use government apparatus to fight against evil that is found against society. Today we have been told there is some what we call ungoverned spaces in Nigeria. And then also we can take up arms in Port Harcourt, close the government house and shoot. Nobody will be arrested because there is a power from above is connected. No!
I mean, we understand, it's not even understandable.
It is unacceptable.
Yes, but the question is this. Should the governor be silent?
Yes.
He should be silent.
He should not be silent.
Exactly. Now,
what happened in Ahoda, something may not point to you. See, what happened in Ahoda is somebody should be in police detention. Somebody should be charged to court. I mean, Ahoda West. Was that what I said? If you and me today on the street of Port Harcourt, just ordinarily maybe what you call level, you go to court. Because you see how we are playing with evil. Today we romance with evil. And evil does not allow us to develop as a nation, even as a state. Because we think when we say politics is a dirty game, so anything can be done in our politics. No! It has become ruthless. That they don't use their power anyhow. So for me, the governor keep quiet on that matter. And the commander of police keep quiet on that matter. It's not healthy. Okay. It's not because it's a Mechi. It's not because it's the Frank General. The truth is that in any community, thank God, say something happened in my local government about a week ago. A chief was killed doing better than that chief in Anthony. I'm from Anthony. I like the way the chairman of Anthony, he doesn't know me very well, Honorable Lucky Otto, how he swung into action and even imposed curfew to contain excesses. So one thing is very, very important. The truth is that when leaders keep mute, when humans are being relayed and subjected to inhumane treatment, it gives room for further escalation of troubles and destruction of land and property. And that's what's happening in this country. Like you can see some people now take arms. You can see the number of soldiers being killed on a daily basis. Even though they didn't know we are killing, but it didn't go to so for how many years? You know what we're discussing today is because it was like a story of the what you call make. Oh, tortoise went to the river and saw a woman. And that's the end of the story. We don't take it as entertainment. We shouldn't be. For me, I also observed that the community police or the state PRO did not say anything. We shouldn't be. So why are we in the state? Why are we in a country that will say we have government? Government is meant to protect people, not to destroy people. See, I'm not talking about that because a lot of killings are going on in this country, unstopped, and yet we don't feel that some things are happening. So for me, human life is important. Whether you are highly placed or you are lowly placed. Government is to protect everybody. And for anybody to even come out to take arm, as I met a journalist, what that is saying, is that the civil defense who were with an agent ran away until the security agents who were with him from the beginning said no. We cannot allow no state our activity and then went into action. That's how Amechi was able to get to the village. The aim is to stop him, to ridicule him. We shouldn't be in politics in Nigeria.
Okay. All right, it seems like as the elections draw near, we're seeing a series of violence in the political spaces. I mean, is that what we should be looking forward to come 2027? Are we not too big for this? I mean, Nigeria as a nation, should we not have evolved past using violence to answer or to seek political office?
Ordinarily,
yeah.
Let me tell you, in a civilized society, the masses should decide. The politicians should use their power play to swindle the other person. But because of the way now, the masses are not even organized. Or the illiterates, the voters. So I just sit down here and just look at the voting strength and just say, okay, we are here. Ordinarily, what is happening now is will give him to more violence, more violent activities. We shouldn't be, because today now, we are discussing Amechi attack. What about those who will now go out and begin to regroup? What is how it happens? Politicians have the money to know how to do whatever they are doing, but not knowing that it will affect the common man.
Okay.
Today, you can see what is happening in the whole world now. The energy price has gone high. It's affecting our normal life. How we are aware? Just because leaders have this understanding of what are economic policies and political policies globally. It's affecting you and me. So for me, it is not a good omen to 2027 election. It tells you and me today that if not brought under control, we will have more violent activities even in the electionary activities of 2027 elections. We shouldn't be. So for me, we need to be careful.
Okay. Moving on. Court of Appeal in Abuja on Monday dismissed an appeal filed by Ondo State Governor Lucky Adetiwa challenging an amendment to a suit seeking to bar him from contesting the 2028 governorship election. The three-member panel unanimously ruled that the appeal lacked merit and awarded a cost of 2 million naira against the governor. The leader judgment delivered by Justice Uchechukwu Onyeminam, the court held that Ayedetiwa failed to prove that the Federal High Court in Akure denied him a fair hearing when it granted leave for the amendment of the suit. The appellate court also affirmed that the trial court exercised its discretion properly and did not rely on any wrong legal principle. The case stems from a suit filed by APC chieftain Akindele, who argues that Ayedetiwa may not be eligible to run for re-election in 2027 because he had already taken the oath of office twice. Well, Mr. Frank, is this enough reason? I mean, he's already taken the oath of office twice. One would think that, considering this fact, him being aware of circumstances and then the rules governing re-election, he would have prepared himself. But I guess he feels justified in going for a re-election and feels slighted by both courts not granting him that request. What do you have to say concerning that?
That's another legal drama we find in this country. This person succeeded his boss, as they call in politics, when the governor died. He now took oath of office, not as elected. It's now he's serving his term as a governor elected. Yeah. So for me, I don't think that going to this court now to bring issue of taking of oath of office is so important. But the courts, as graciously as, so to say, as even those who went to court to ask that this is it. So it means in a way, the government does not even have a kind of strong background. So that's the truth.
But do we need a strong background for
the right
thing to do?
Yes, sorry, let me also tell you this.
I do understand political foreplay, but yes. even in playing the political game, yeah, we have rules, we have regulations.
He was not elected.
That's
He was
the right
not.
thing. Is
That's
that
what I'm saying.
Yes, I know he was his first
He was not
time by
elected.
election. He was.
But now the same thing that we supposed to have happened to Good Luck.
Yes.
I do also claim that he should come
At
and
least
contest.
Good Luck was not prevented from running. Yes, he
Get
was
my point.
voted
In the
out.
same scenario,
I get what
but
you mean.
different court judgment.
Okay.
That's the way of this country. Two things will happen at different places the way it is. The same thing. But you have different judgment on different matter. On the same matter. Like I brought in the issue of Good Luck. It's the same thing. When Yadua died, Good Luck also was given out of office to become president. And also in the office, he contested and won. It's all the same room. And from forth today, I also clamoring, it should what? It should come back. Now, if I want to use this judgment as a case study, this judgment also stands to tell Good Luck, you can't come to office. So, you see, this is a country that our legal system is like, of semantics. They will use the level when we're discussing transmission and transfer. So we're now going to use words to bamboozle Nigerians on the same matter. So for me, like I said before, maybe it doesn't have the governor now because I knew how we fought to even become governor. Thank God today his name has been in the book of record that he is a governor. But ordinarily, this case now, in the name of a oath of office, shouldn't be. Because the other one, he was. So are you counting that he has 2 tenures? In a way, there's also a kind of political power play in Ondo State.
But won't this also set precedents for other cases?
It will not.
Because you rightfully mentioned we had a similar situation during the Good Luck Jonathan term, but his situation panned out differently. And then in this instance as well, it's also coming out, or it's coming out in a different way. So in the third time this should happen, can't either situation be used as a reference for or against?
It will not be used as a reference. See, let me tell you something.
It's not going to be
the electoral acts say nobody should contest in 2 positions. So electoral acts, nobody should even buy form for 2 positions. But should I mention, our president, state president, bought form for what? For president. Anyway, I probably bought form for presidential election. Anyway, I probably also bought form for senate. Matter was taken to court. Anyway, God gave God rule in favor of him. This is Nigeria. It depends on where you are coming from. You know, people talk about your capacity. If you have capacity, you have capacity into the top. You don't know. If you have capacity, you have the capacity into anywhere you can enter. And they will look at you and say, oh, this is our man. Clear him. You know, we discussed about the state assembly.
So you mean to say that we haven't favoritism and godfatherism in the political system?
Yes.
So depending on how the backing is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I mean, you're saying that it's due to his weak political background. So you're trying to say is that what you're trying to mention now is that for you to succeed in the political sphere, it's not about the rules and regulations.
No.
It's about
your capacity,
backing you and your capacity.
That is it. Sorry. Isn't this what one of the report you are referring to that took place in Ondo State against the serving governor? It's about power play. And it's about what? 2027 elections. And now this will also stop. Even when the government want to decamp, but they will use the law. Oh my God, no politician. They are very smart. If the government want to decamp to another party, but with this law now, it's bad not to even have anything to do, except maybe we also want to go to the Supreme Court. But as it is at this moment now, he cannot continue the election because the judgment of the appeal court has supported the judgment of the first court. So what I'm saying, as it is today, he cannot go further. So for me, like I told you before, power play is interesting in politics. And if you have your tentacle across the lane of bread and across the system. You just be working freely, and people will telling you because one, anything you say, the president will correct you. Say, ah, you are right. What is? But I get the scenario. I don't know if you understand the scenario of good luck and this man. They are the same.
Okay.
But it's about the power play. Who can influence the decision of the court? Where is it coming from? Sometimes, oh, is it Frank? Oh, Frank. Oh, that is it. So let us allow the rich to be done until we do the right thing in this country. What we think we are solving in this country is about not being able to do what is right. Like I told my people, if I do what is wrong, I will tell you I am wrong. We're discussing this also can lead to a kind of political rascality in terms of who becomes the governor of Ondo State, coming to his.
Okay.
So for me, the judgment today will stand against him. Except he goes to Supreme Court, because the only last option now is to go to Supreme Court. If he wins the Supreme Court, then he has regained his political future to campaign for second term. If not, that ends the story in Obulo.
Well, wish him the very best. Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal has officially defected from the People's Democratic Party to the all-ruling Progressive Congress. The announcement was made on Monday at the Government House in Gusau by the Deputy Governor Malam Mani Mumuni, who represented the governor. Mumuni said the decision followed extensive consultations with political stakeholders across the state and was endorsed during a stakeholders meeting held at the Government House. He explained that the move became necessary due to the deepening internal crisis within the PDP. According to the Deputy Governor, the decision was also aimed at aligning Zamfara with the APC's renewed hope agenda to promote stability and development. He urged supporters across the state to register with the APC through its e-registration platform as the party moves to strengthen its membership base. Another one bites the dust. We're seeing more politicians decamping from the PDP into the APC. Lawal is the latest, governor to do that. He mentioned two things that I would like us to look into. The first one being that he wants to center his state, attribute his state to the APC's renewed hope agenda. And he is not the first governor after defecting to have said so. Is that how it's supposed to be? I mean, whichever political party you may belong or whatever your political affiliation, shouldn't the people of a state being governed by a governor have access to resources that they are entitled and privileged to? So why do these governors, after defecting, keep centralizing their people with the current party's resources? Why is it always the case?
They are deceiving the people. I use that strong word. Because see, I want to let you know that when we talk about governance in Nigeria as something that we don't have a clear-cut vision on how to do it, it makes us laughable. It makes things look bad, as if we are yet to understand where we are going to. At least I will tell you, a governor by virtue of constitution has what you call immunity.
Yeah.
I was in this country when Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State. In all the states, let me tell you for free, in Southwest Lagos State was AD, Alliance for Democracy. PDP was the one ruling Ogun State and others. Ahmed Tinubu, in spite of the intimidation by from Obasanjo, what many were, stood his ground to remain in AD. Are you hearing me? I don't talk what I don't know. Obasanjo did everything to scot through his administration. But he remained as a governor, unperturbed. And that's why people can make reference to him as governor who stood the federal government. He did not change government. He did not change the party. He did not change from party A to. It showed that some governors don't even have anything to do with governance in Nigeria. They are after their belly. That's why when they go there, they keep amassing wealth without even using the wealth to help the poor masses. Even in River State here, let me also mention, when Eze he was a strong critic of President Buhari. Are you aware? Quote me anywhere. He refused to join APC. In his 2 hours tenure, he was in PDP and served the way he could serve. So telling me that you want to go into mainstream, going to mainstream, will it stop your education to be more bigger? It's not true. So politicians will just tell the feeble-minded masses, some of them, we are going there so we can get development. Which development? Renew hope for what? It's for themselves. It's not for the masses. We found some places people can't access. Renew hope is just a program of Mr. President that will also give you money. If you like, you can chop the money. If you like, you use the money. So for me, it's inconsequential. What you're saying is about his personal ambition to protect a political interest. Like I've told you, the president stood against Obasanjo. Nothing happened. Governor Wike, when he was governor, stood against Buhari. Nothing happened. So for me, joining APC will not make that to be like a Dubai or Mecca. No, it's for his own political ambition, and that is it for me. And I didn't know, so I was monitoring him. I didn't know he would one day go to APC because of the way he was running the affairs of, though he was a quiet person. But I monitored him even when he was presenting the budget of 2026. I was able to get to hear what he has said. But well, that's the point. Politics is unpredictable. So far as the ambition is at stake, you can change the color of your shit. And that's what Lawal has done. I am not against him. So far as the law of the land is not against them. They can change color in the morning. It's allowed. Mm-hmm. But not for the interest of the people of the state. It's for its own personal interest. That's it. Okay.
Let's move on quickly. Court of Appeal in Abuja on Monday affirmed a federal high court judgment that barred the People's Democratic Party from proceeding with its national convention held in Ibadan, Oyo State, on November 15th and 16th, 2025. The convention had produced a factional leadership headed by Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Taminu Turaki, as national chairman. In a unanimous ruling, the 3-member panel held that the PDP failed to meet statutory requirements before conducting the convention. The appellate court agreed with the earlier judgment of Justice James Omotosho, which found that the political party did not comply with provisions of the Electoral Act, the 1999 Constitution, and relevant party guidelines. The court noted that PDP failed to conduct valid state congresses in 14 states to produce delegates, and also issued convention notices signed only by the national chairman without the national secretary. Consequently, the panel dismissed the appeal filed by the Turaki-led faction and upheld the directive restraining the Independent National Electoral Commission from recognizing the outcome of the convention. Well, factions. PDP. I mean, other than the court's judgment, I'm more interested in the PDP being able to put their house in order before the next elections. Because, come to think about it, all of their governors have moved to the APC. They've lost all of their governance to APC and then other political parties as well. For how long will the PDP keep fighting among itself instead of putting the house in order ahead of the 2027 general elections?
You see, the PDP for me, I will advise anybody now. If you have political ambition, for now, you don't need to pitch your tent in PDP. It takes a very supersonic approach to revive PDP, but not for 2027 election. For now, PDP as an umbrella. You know, when I was a boy, when PDP came in 1998, say power to the people, PDP. You know, arguments. Today, all has gone into extinction. I will advise them to, first of all, even if you want to maintain growth for me, you know what happened in Ekiti State, so in Osun State. PDP was not on the list released by INEC. They have to go to court to seek for a kind of redress, whether if INEC will stand or not. But as when INEC released clear list of candidates, PDP did not have a candidate. So it's not a good development as an opposition in Nigeria. They have scattered themselves. Today now, whether you look, our political party strength first is in the states, whether you like it or not. Because a state will fight hard to make sure it protects the interests of the party faithfuls who would want to vie for any election. But as it is now, they are losing ground. No, if you look at that, it's like APC now may be having about 32 states. That is it, about 32 states. So more or less about only 4. Remaining 4, yes, 4, because when you count today, Osun is Accord. Abia is in so it's only 4 states that is not in the position. And who knows? Like I was talking about, I don't know, because the fate of Abia State may be in the hand of the people. That's the truth. If I listen to say, I want to join APC tomorrow, what happens? So PDP should sit down. PDP members, as it is today, they have used their hand. The Bible says something. Say a city divided against itself cannot stand. Because I listened to one of the PDP stakeholders this morning. He said they cannot also be an appendage of the ruling party. In a way, they have become the appendage of the ruling party. That's the truth. Because one of the people are also we are seeing today, they are the ones destroying PDP and voting for APC. So as it is today, PDP should go home. Even forget to about 2027 election. If they actually want to exist, because when you're not on the ballot paper, you don't exist. And that's what is going to happen to PDP. Because the national, you can see what was quoting, what the judge also brought out, that the national chairman only signed, and the secretary did not what? It's a very serious problem in the party, because it means there is no unity in the party. And so if you sign, because like you are going to court, going to bank to withdraw money, maybe using check. If they say 2 secretaries must sign, number 1 must sign, then the other person will sign. And only 1 person signs. Even if you are the number 1 mandate, bank will not give you money. So what is happening in PDP now is a house of confusion, which means they need to withdraw from the confusion first. But they are confused. Time is running out. And they are also going to court to challenge you are not the authentic, you are the authentic. And court will say, no, if today court will say this one is authentic, and those who are not authentic will withdraw as it is today. I think only Baruchi, that is PDP as it is today. And the Bala, and Oyo State. So there's a problem. And even if you want to contest election under PDP now, you go to court. If INEC does not give you the clearance, what happens to your election? You will fail. Even if you score the highest vote. Before as they go to court, they say you are not legally supported to contest election. They will carry your result to the other person. It has happened before. So people for now should go home and sit down and say, look, our aspiration is at stake for 2027 election. Let's do the right thing. What INEC has released the timetable, we are aware. INEC has released election timetable for 2027. And we are here talking about where we are here, we are not there, PDP is finished. You know, when this Obama said to Nigerians that they will rule for 60 years, and not up to 60. And we are discussing today, they are able to fix everything in order. So they are joking. I said to the PDP is joking. ABC is not careful to how to fix who becomes governor, who becomes House of Reps, who becomes chairman, who becomes this and that. It will also escalate. So some parties will win, some parties for PDP by law. If the law doesn't support them, they will not go anywhere. And that's the strategy they have used. They use it. They themselves use this thing in PDP. So if the law does not support anybody, if you like, be the most popular candidate in the world to join PDP in Nigeria, you will not win election. Quote me anywhere.
All right.
The law
Let's see. Let's see how this plays out. Meanwhile, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has said the People's Democratic Party is not worried about the drastic reduction of the numbers of its governors, expressing confidence that the party will overcome its current crisis. Makinde spoke on Tuesday in Abuja during an expanded meeting of the PDP Board of Trustees, describing the wave of defections as a challenging moment for both the party and Nigeria's democracy. His remarks followed the resignation of Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal from the PDP, a move that leaves Makinde and Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed as the party's only remaining governors. Despite the developments, Makinde said the party remains resolute, noting that the present political climate is unlikely anything previously experienced in Nigeria. Also speaking at the meeting, former Senate President and BOT Chairman Adolphus Wabara urged party leaders to focus on resolving internal challenges. He said a recent appeal court judgment offers the PDP an opportunity to reorganize and rebuild, stressing that adherence to the party's constitution and the rule of law remains crucial to its recovery. Two things of note here. People keep saying that the APC has been able to woo most of its opposition to its side. Most of the governors are, resigning, and we earlier discussed, they are all saying they want to centralize their states or their people to the APC because they are the governing body and they have more resources. But however, there's one governor who, although not, they are a strong opposition as well. The Labour Party, we saw what they did in the 2023 elections. We saw the movement of the Labour Party and how well they did. However, due to this, the Abia State Governor Oti, not only was he able to, withhold himself in an opposition state, he was also able to woo APC members to him. And then was able to secure himself a second term.
It's first term now.
Yes, not to secure a second term. Like the people that came to him actually said that they are supporting him for the second term. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, let us see.
Okay, I mean, it's still unfolding. But what I'm trying to say here is this. At least he was able to not only withstand opposition, he's been able to woo some APC members to the Labour Party, which means that his actions spoke louder, than any strong opposition. So what are these governors saying? Could it be that the PDP, due to its inability to put his house in order, has resulted to most of their members and governors leaving to the APC?
Yes, that's the truth. Because see, as a party, you protect your people. They say party is supreme, not the very candidates. because in this country, what we are practicing is true political party election, not independent candidate election. So if the party is not backed by law to stand for any election or to stand in any election, you cannot go to that party and win the election. Even if everybody votes for you, you cannot win the election. Quote, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody will take you to court that by the virtue of the law, your party has nothing to do with this what? Election. Quote me anywhere. Because the law is meant to back you to be on the ballot. If you are not part of the election, you use the name of the party to contest election, and even you win ignorantly, that election, that vote cast for you is a waste. Somebody maybe score second, maybe below you, will be giving position where he's supposed to be. Now, talking about what Makinde is saying, I think Makinde was part of the G5 governors. Hope you are aware.
Yeah.
Now, you have been able to win his second tenure. I think. Is now, the question is, what is the hope of somebody in Oyo State who wants to contest as a governor under PDP? The hope is very, very bleak. You know what? It's not clear. There's dimness somewhere. But this man, if you were someone is having hope to, the one that they use the word anointing, I'm the one that Makinde will anoint to take over. And PDP is in this state of crisis where they don't have the law to support any of their ambition. They are going nowhere. Makinde is enjoying because one issue of contest for governor is gone. He knows that not easy by law of the land he cannot contest for governor. But what about the ambition of those who are following him in PDP? That is the issue many of us do not want to know. But as it stands now, it takes Supreme Court. I don't know how Supreme Court will give the judgment. It's not about that discussion. As it is today, if no court rectifies that PDP is in order, nothing will work in PDP. But if PDP members are still fighting what we call infighting and destroying what we call their structures, they will go nowhere. Like we made reference to Abia. As I was coming, Abia is standing on the people. Are you hearing me? Abia State is standing on the people. Because by virtue of the politics we play here, if that electoral officer who was to announce the result has also succumbed to the pressure unknown to us, Abia State will also remember PDP. Are you aware? It will Abia State will have remained PDP. If that electoral returning officer has also said, look, I beg chop now, that would have been another way. So the vote of the people in the way will be difficult to recover. So for me, I pray that Abia people, Ndi Abia, so to say in Igbo land, Ndi Abia should stand with the governor and see how also the manipulation will be done to frustrate Alisoti not to win. But that is because as it is today, APC is ganging up seriously. APC is, I think, was it about 3-4 weeks ago, we've seen the lives of Ojiso Kalu, we've seen the lives of Benjamin Kalu, we've seen former governor, the today is an ambassador, how we are aware. And they have come back to say they want to take over Abia State. I mean, they have to talk from what? From politicians in APC.
You rightfully pointed out too that Abia State is standing on the will of the people.
That is it.
So as long as Oti delivers the democracy to the people, don't you think he has a strong chance in withstanding against the APC
I will tell you,
in the future?
Yes, I said by the people. But if they they sleep, go home and sleep. And these politicians that I just mentioned come in with resources. With what? I think there's what we call vote buying in Nigeria. If they collect that the woman who was to return the election, if they did not bring like the woman and say, give me money, let me vote for you, and let me vote for you, they will do that. More money will enter Abia, quote me anywhere. See, more money will enter Abia State from the ruling party. More money, quote me, is politics. Abia State will be a case study in a democratic evolution in terms of party politics in Nigeria. Because one.
And what would that also speak concerning the power of the people? Because up until now, people have been saying that our votes do not count. It's more of selection rather than election, because it's not the people's will that comes to pass at the end of the day. So looking at how Abia State has been able to, should I say, forge its own perception concerning the power of the people, do you think that it will also set precedent, or it will be an example to the people in other states as well, to know that as long as they still have the power to ensure that the right people are elected into office, as long as they are willing, they can make it possible?
Yes, let me tell you, the processes, those involved, let me tell you, like I'm talking about Abia now. If the people voted for Party A, and the people to announce the result, they have said the people voted for Party A, and the one who has been unduly manipulated was the one to announce the result. What happens? It will change the result overnight. Like I will not forget to use other returning officer who refused to take bribe. So the will of the people can be destroyed.
Okay.
If the people who are supposed also to be for the people will say, I need a juicy something to go home and build houses that I have not built before, succumbs to the death, then the will of people will be destroyed. So for me, I just pray, like we're discussing Abia today, many of them may not understand. Abia State is telling the people, because the one who was called from the university to go and announce, said, I will not take the money. I announced what I saw from the field. And so, in other states, like you said, it will be a thing of research, which in a way will also improve our participation in politics. That's why I say people, see, I'm in the church. You don't sit on the fence to change government. Sometimes it's sacrificial. Some of us don't eat very well, but we want to change the society, because this society can be changed. It's a human society. There's no human society that is alien to change. Every society is something to change. You know, many people talk about, see, in America some years back, there was a law called Jim Crow laws, which undermines the status of the Negroes, the black Americans, that some certain places don't enter. You know, I read a book some years back that even when a white man enters into a vehicle, like a bus, and a black man is sitting down, the black man will stand up from the seat and the white man will go and sit. They made law to subject blacks to slavery. So also in this country, laws, we are using law though. Let me tell you, all the FCC is about law. When the laws are not used against you, you will not know that laws are there.
Okay.
So there are laws. So what will happen, the people should get involved, like what is happening in Abia State. Abia State should be a case study for us to learn from it and do more better politicking and more democratic experience. Or experiment for us to get what we are looking for. It can be changed. But when we go for money, we go for money to destroy what we are expecting to change. This country will not change.
All right, now finally, the last statement of Makinde, where he said the recent wave of defections is also undermining democracy in Nigeria. We are behind time, but like, so quickly, can you explain, is it possible that our democracy is being undermined because people are defecting from the PDP into the APC? It's a thing of choice. Everybody has a free will. These governors, they may feel that the PDP is not putting their house in order. The APC has a better chance of winning them or helping them win their next election. It's a matter of will and a matter of choice. Does this in any way undermine democracy here in Nigeria currently?
Let me use this word. Our democracy is still at the premature stage. Sorry. And that's why the wave of defection is so rapid, as if it's a trend. If you don't do it, you are not part of it. But we are yet to be mature in politics or democracy. Does defection take place in America? It does. Eh? Defection takes place in America, even at the floor of Senate or House of Reps. But it's not on rapid. It's not as something you just wake up in a whole year. You see everybody from one party will go to another party. It's not that way. It's on some certain principles of governance that you say, lawmaker, say no, I will not be here to do, I will go there. Very rare. It's not that it doesn't happen, but very rare. You see everybody, governor, will be as if they are changing how to eat food. It's not, and it's in a way it's undermining political developments.
Okay.
And that's the way I will support. I will be in line with the statement of
Makinde.
It's undermining growth.
And not democracy.
No, that is it. It's in a way, because if you see, it's like and again we might also strengthen our laws. The law should be looked into because of the way, our leaders hide under one clause of the law to do what they are doing. If ordinarily one can remain in any party. Unfortunately, we have little party. In America, they have well about 2,000. Yes, over 2,000 parties in America. But the ones that are fielding candidates for president is just Republican and Democrat. Even in India, they have only about 1,000 political parties. But the ones that are coming up are few in terms of their strength. So for me, I feel that what is happening today is like fashion. If you don't like this food, you change. If you don't like this dress, you change. But a time will come when our laws are strengthened, when our system is also strengthened, that politics will be growing gradually. And whatever you are seeing as defection, when it comes to election year, will be reduced. But for now, nothing. Because everybody, if you look, most of the people who have defected, they are going for further upper political position. That's what they are going for. For Makinde, as it is now, except you will do something that you will play one Abakita tomorrow, and you will be a minister in the APC government. He cannot, but this is last 10 or 2. So you saw what our former governor did. Today he's talking for APC. So he can also do that. He's a politician. He has the time, he has the opportunity. But what I'm saying, to make politics work, we need to play according to the rules.
Okay. So
that people can be happy. It should be a time for celebration.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Frank. This is where we wrap it up on this episode of Open Conversation. Once again, Mr. Frank, thank you very much.
I'm grateful to Etienne. God bless Etienne and the management, and God bless you. Thank you for having me.
Amen. Thank you very much. We are open for sponsorship of the program, advert placements, news events coverage, and commercials. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv, on Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Avo TV platform, Niger TV, Ifastech TV platform. You can also connect with us on our ATN socials by subscribing, like and share. Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1. And on X, Atlantic TV Net. Remember, peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you very much for watching. I am Antonia Arceville.